welcome to my Scrappin space. I'm Joni Martin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator located in Southwest Wisconsin. And I'm sharing with you a suite from the new January to April mini catalog. It's called Beautiful Bouquet, and it really is beautiful. Let's get my face out of the way here, and let's look at this suite. So in the catalog, and I'm referencing this catalog, on page 38 and 39, it talks about the pieces of the suite, and I'm going to talk about that. But then, as this catalog does with some other suites, it gives you 2 pages explaining more what you can do. So the first thing it does is explain what the word bouquet means, and it has to do with a blurry effect created in the camera. And then it shows how you can use some of the embellishments. One of the dies here will let you attach it to a card so it opens as a flap. You can use one of the dies to make a butterfly card. And then this is a hybrid, so that means you can emboss and cut at the same time. There's so much you can do with this set. Let's look at the suite board that Amy made us. So here is that embossing folder. Stunning. And we're going to use that on I'm going to show you a really quick and easy card with this suite today. The papers are 6 by 6, and I think there's so much more than just using it with this suite. They make great background papers. They're subtle, but they have some color in them, and they're not all one color. They're not flat, which makes them a great background paper. And if you're a butterfly lover, like who doesn't love putting butterflies on their cards, you have a lot of options. So you can die cut them, you can stamp them and cut them out, you can layer them, so much you can do. And let's look at the stamp set, and then I'm going to show you the embellishments too, because we're going to use that. So this is the stamp set called Beautiful Butterflies. I love the sentiments. Like, even if I wasn't a butterfly fan, I would be getting it for the sentiments. Time to celebrate. In case you need me, I'm here. Hello. Happy birthday. So thankful. And for you. They're just beautiful. And you could stamp the butterflies on the envelopes or anything else like that. Here's the embossing folder we're going to use. And this is one you can also use a die in, and that's another video, because we're just going to do what I think is a card with a lot of impact that's really simple to put together, and sometimes it's nice to have those kind of cards. Let me show you what we're going to do. Check that out, guys. This is a card someone's going to notice if you send them. I think you're going to be surprised at how easy it comes together. And I don't have a sentiment in it yet because it can be so many things. You know what I think I might use it for? We have a couple very near and dear to us who just bought their first home. This would be kind of fun. Like, hey, now you own a home and a yard. Look at this, you'll have butterflies. So let's make this card. Now I want to point out this oh so pretty shimmery paper. That's what makes the card, right? That in the embossing folder. January, not only did we get to shop out of the new catalog and get Celebration, there were a number of January online exclusives, and that just means there's product that isn't in the print catalog, and I'm pulling it up so I have the right name. Pastel Ombre Glimmer. Now glimmer is code for you're going to get glitter but it won't be a mess. And ombre means it's going to start dark and go light, and by doing that, 1, it's a great effect, but 2, you get so many more colors. Like I chose to cut the butterfly out of the darker side, which is more your Coastal Cabana, but if I done it out of the lighter side, it's more your Balmy Blue. And then look at this one. This paper is wonderful. Like, you'll see how easily it cuts. It's really fun, and that's an online exclusive, so you won't see it in the catalog. Okay, so for this card, I have a card base of Coastal Cabana. I have a matte of black, which when I want a color to pop, that really helps. We're going to emboss this piece, but we're first going to cut a butterfly. So let me get some pieces out of the way here. And to die cut, I'm going to use plate 1, plate 2, which is the skinny, really, really skinny plate. That's your cutting plate. And 2 of plate 3. And they come in a pack of 2, and they are the clear ones. So I have that. Then I'm going to just lay this in the center And then I'm going to grab another plate 3. We always want to make sure that there's a plate on top, whatever we're doing, whether you're embossing or die cutting. That protects your die cut in this case, and it protects your machine. There we go. So that's what it looks like, and I'm going to run it through. Now, in an earlier video, I wasn't paying attention, imagine that, and I hit my camera. I have my camera stand attached to a box here, and I hit it, and it wasn't pretty. So we're going to just back up because I don't want to do that again. And I realized once I set this down, I had it kind of not in the right spot. We're not putting this away because next we're going to emboss. And we're going to emboss with this beautiful embossing folder. And oftentimes when we emboss, I say to you, I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to line it up with that line that Stampin' Up provides, right? You hear me say that all the time. We're not going to do that this time because I want to center that butterfly. So I'm paying more attention to where the butterfly is there than I'm worried about what falls on what line. I'm removing all the plates except for number 1. I'm going to set this on number 1 and then I'm going to put plate 4 over it. Just like that. Well, carefully move it back. Look at that. Look at the impressions you get with that. Isn't that beautiful? It's so easy. But we're not done because we want to emboss our envelope flap with those beautiful butterflies. And I'm going to do 2 at once. 1, it's just more efficient. And 2, this is a slightly thinner paper and it's with a heavier folder. It's not going to get lost. So this is probably the trickiest embossing folder to use. Here's what I'm talking about. If I emboss from the bottom, I'm just trying to save you trouble. I'm only going to have half wings and my butterflies, there we go, are flying sideways. If you emboss on this side, which is what I did the first time, that would seem to make sense, right? When I fold it, my butterflies are flying upside down. Not a good look. So actually, I want it to go this way. There we go. Now my butterflies are going in the correct direction. And notice I'm not starting at the bottom. It's coming off the side. So that means my folder's going to go in sideways and the envelopes are just going to kind of hang off the back. But it's the same sandwich, 1 and 4. That's going to go. And yes, it's going to make that noise because it's popping off the back of those envelope flaps. There we go. Embossing envelope flaps has become my favorite way to add interest to an envelope to avoid that naked envelope look because it's probably the fastest way to do it. Okay. Look at that. That's just like, whoa, there's a wow. And I have an extra envelope done because I'm going to make more of these cards. I like this card. Let's begin. Now all we're going to do is put our card together. So we're going to fold our card base in half. And then I'm going to attach this to this, like so. And I'm probably going to use glue because it is pretty embossed. There's like lots of texture there, which is what we like, but it can make a tape runner a little harder to attach. And I know it's hard to see white on white, but I am not putting it too close to the edge, but I'm putting a lot in the center so it grabs. Because when I push this down, that glue will go to the edge. I just don't want it to go onto my black card mat. Okay, so already with just this, you have lots of impact. I mean, like, that's kind of wow. Then we're going to attach this to our card base. And with all those color choices in that glimmer paper, you could make this up in lots of colors. And then it's going to get centered here. Now let's play with this little butterfly. We're going to pop out those pieces. I'm just going to bring my trash bowl in and just pop down. Just like that. And I'm just trying to contain them. I'm just kind of pushing them off to the side. And they're not all going to come out. We'll grab them when we get down here, but it's a lot comes out and it's pretty easy to do. Okay, so now I've just really cleaned out the center. I haven't released it yet. I'm just popping out the pieces that will be out of there. There are tiny little holes, and they are called release holes. And when you pop them out, you're not really taking anything out of the shape. You're just loosening it. And very gently, I'm going to pull it back. There. We're going to get these extra pieces out of here. And then occasionally there's just a few that don't want to leave yet, and we're going to help them out. Like right there's one. Okay. You could do a lot this. You could cut this butterfly out of all kinds. Like just think if you cut it out of a print paper and it had a lot of impact, or like if you did it in the middle of the ombre paper where the color changed. Oh, so much you can do. Now I'm going to gently push back the wings like so. And then right here, I'm going to add some glue. Not a lot of glue, hopefully, just a little bit. Just a touch. That looks pretty good. And again, it's white on white, but I just have it down the back of the body. And then I'm just going to, it's not going to be exactly the same size as the one that's embossed, but you're just putting one body of the butterfly over another. And I'm going to let it catch. And there we go. Lots of impact. But there's really pretty little embellishments with this. And I want to show you, if you didn't want to use them in a shaker card, how to attach them. So I'm going to add, they catch the light. I'm not sure they catch the camera. Yeah, see, like right there and up there. Okay, so let's talk about how to do that. They are another embellishment that is loose. And they come in a little bag, which I keep in my stamp case, all of it, so that if I would lose them or tip them over, there's a top. You can tell which one kind of comes over the other, and I'm going to very gently, actually I think I'm going to open it over the stamp case. I usually keep it in the bag too, but I think that's kind of extra. And so that if it tips over, I still have it somewhat contained. There we go, look at that. Then I'm going to grab my glue dots and open it up till I get to a new glue dot. There we go. And you could grab them with the putty end of your take your pick tool with the pointed end. I've been having more luck using the tweezers. And I grabbed the tweezers that came in the heat embossing kit, but I bet a lot of you have tweezers. And then I'm going to grab something in here. They also have, which I'm not going to use, but I want to show you. They have in these embellishments like little flat balls. I just don't think they're going to pop as much on there because some of these other ones are a little more glittery, and that's what I'm going for. And these little circles are about exactly the same size as the glue dot. Oh, I always forget when I set that down what noise it makes on my glass mat. Sorry about that. So let's just find some flat unembossed space and add a little interest to it. There we go. Let's grab another one. And I'm thinking some of you might have enough dexterity to add a glue dot to the back. I'm not one of those people. So glue dots work for me. Not glue dot, like the liquid glue. And this works better for me. But you'll figure out what works for you. These are great for shaker cards. There we go. And let's put one maybe right there by those wings. We're going to do one more because, you know, we have to do odd numbers, and 3 usually works. And we'll grab one more of those. And we grabbed it, and I didn't hold on to the, there. And see, with the last one, I remembered to put it in the plastic case so it didn't make a noise against the glass mat. There we go. I love this card for lots of reasons. I love how simple it is to put together, and yet it delivers such impact. I love that I can make the same card design in a variety of colors, and it can serve a lot of functions. Like I said, it might be a congratulations on being a homeowner card or a thank you card. Certainly it'd be a great birthday card. And Easter card. Wouldn't this be pretty for spring? Yes, there we go. So we have our butterfly card in an embossed butterfly flap. So we're not gonna send this great card out in a naked envelope. We're just gonna simply emboss the envelope flap and we're all set. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it more than you know. If you liked what you saw, please think about sharing it with your crafty friends. And until next time, take care and keep crafting. It's good for you.